Why spend hundreds on garden decor when you can turn thrifted trash into treasured art? Let's explore the magic of Goodwill bins. You will not believe what on number 14. Cazadoro.
Welcome to the world of creative genius, where garden sculptures are born not from high-end boutiques, but from the unassuming aisles of Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash. Whether you've got a sprawling backyard, a tiny balcony, or just a sunny porch, we've crafted 20 unique DIY garden sculpture ideas that are budget-friendly, sustainable, and wildly eye-catching. From upcycled art towers to whimsical metal mushrooms, every piece is a celebration of reuse and creativity. Get ready to transform your garden with charm, character, and a sprinkle of DIY magic. One, rustic bird perch totem. Imagine stacking vintage terracotta pots from Goodwill bins like a vertical puzzle, then sliding them over a repurposed table leg to form a tall, rustic bird perch. Add recycled trash like bottle caps as decorative rings and anchor the base in a planter with gravel. With just a drill, some strong adhesive, and patience, this sculpture becomes the centerpiece of your deck or patio, a charming spot for birds and compliments. 'A forgotten lamp base from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash like shiny old CDs becomes a dazzling garden sculpture. Slice and glue the CDs into a spiral pattern that catches the sunlight, then mount them on the lampstand using zip ties and epoxy. Set it up in a bright courtyard where it can sparkle and spin, giving your garden that I-paid-to-design-a vibe without spending a fortune. Two, floral fan bouquet sculpture. Take those old ceiling fan blades from Goodwill bins, arrange them into a giant flower, and screw them to a painted bike gear as the center. Add a metal rod and voila! A garden bloom that doesn't need watering. Top it off with recycled trash like nuts and bolts for a metallic flair. It's the perfect eye catcher for your flower bed, blending whimsy and low-maintenance garden design like a charm. that rusty rake head in your shed? Combine it with a frying pan center from Goodwill Bins, and you've got a rustic flower sculpture. Screw or weld them together, mount on an old broomstick, and stick it among your plants. Add some weatherproof paint from your recycled trash drawer, and suddenly you're giving farmhouse garden chic with almost zero cost. Three. Geometric mirror obelisk. Stack old wooden crates from Goodwill Bins, glue on broken mirror tiles you scavenged from shattered photo frames in your junk drawer, and seal it all with grout. The mirrored surfaces catch light and make your garden sparkle, like disco meets zen. It's an easy DIY that belongs in your front yard if you're into modern garden decor trends 2025 without the boutique prices. Create a shimmering cube tower by gluing together second-hand wooden picture frames from Goodwill Bins. Then decorate each face with recycled trash. Think old CD shards arranged in funky patterns. Place this reflective sculpture where the sun hits and enjoy a light show for free. Great for tight spaces and vertical garden ideas for urban homes. Four. Enchanted garden mushroom. From Goodwill Bins, grab a stainless steel mixing bowl and a vintage table leg, then flip the bowl for a mushroom cap with white spray paint and attach it to the leg. Use recycled trash like bottle caps for extra flair. This whimsical mushroom sits beautifully near planters or paths and adds instant fairy tale charm to your backyard makeover on a budget. dusty lampshade from Goodwill Bins is now a mushroom cap. Combine it with a PVC pipe stem from your garage and spray it earthy colors. Add leaves or stones from your recycled trash to the base for a natural touch. This quirky fungus fits right into any organic vegetable gardening for beginners setup. Five. Industrial flower wheel. Snag a vintage bike wheel from Goodwill Bins, attach shiny metal spoons as petals, from the recycled trash drawer, and create an industrial flower masterpiece. Weld or screw it onto a garden stake and plant it where the sun can bounce off it. Great for adding drama to larger garden beds while still keeping that recycled materials garden crafts vibe. Old clock gears meet colorful tin can lids in the steampunk flower made from Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash. Layer the lids like petals, fasten them with strong glue or rivets, and use a copper pipe stem for a complete look. It's art, it's a flower, and it looks expensive, but it's secretly just junk done right. Six. Whimsical Wind Tinkler. Grab a metal frame from Goodwill Bins, hang old spoons, forks, and butter knives using fishing line, then add beads from recycled trash jewelry. This wind tinkler creates a gentle chime with every breeze, perfect for pergolas or porches. It's part decor, part meditation, and 100% budget brilliance. Turn recycled trash like keys and jar lids into a musical mobile by stringing them onto a wire ring from Goodwill bins. Hang it from a tree branch or porch ceiling, and let the wind bring your junk to life. This DIY sculpture sounds like rain and looks like art, and costs next to nothing. (7) Mystic Herb Spiral Guardian. Find a mannequin torso at Goodwill bins, wrap it in copper wire and faux ivy from your old decor box. Stake it into a large pot with your herbs, and you've got a garden guardian who's both chic and slightly spooky. A mix of elegance and eco with recycled trash flair for your sustainable gardening tips needs. Shape a ghostly figure from chicken wire, then dip old t-shirts from Goodwill bins in fabric stiffener and layer them over the frame. Let it dry and post it near your deck or garden bed. It's sculpture meets garden spirit with a hint of haunted charm, all thanks to junk you almost threw away. (8) Minimalist Sphere Stack. Snag old bowling balls at Goodwill bins, paint them matte white or black, drill through, and stack on a metal rod. Instant sculpture. With some leftover pebbles or bricks from recycled trash, you've got a sleek statement piece perfect for minimalist garden aesthetic lovers. Use glass lamp globes from Goodwill bins, paint them in a gradient color scheme, and glue them into a pyramid on a concrete base. Top it with stones or beads from recycled trash for extra flair. This one belongs in a luxury garden, but you made it on a shoestring. Nine. Recycled robot friend. Turn an old toaster from Goodwill bins into a garden robot. Add tin cans for arms and a funnel as a hat, then screw everything together. Add some googly eyes from recycled trash or bottle caps for character. Kids will love it, neighbors will ask where you bought it, and you'll laugh knowing it costs $10. Use an old radio as a body, light bulbs for eyes, and fork legs to create your own robot buddy. Everything from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash. Bolt it together and sit it by your plants. Quirky? Yes. Adorable? Definitely. Expensive looking? Absolutely not. Abstract wind whirler. Attach clock parts to colorful fan blades from Goodwill bins, screw them onto a pole with a rotating bearing, and you've got yourself a kinetic sculpture. Use old washers or aluminum foil from recycled trash for shimmer. Perfect for adding motion to your smart irrigation system for home garden zone. soda cans into spirals and attach them to a lampstand base from Goodwill Bins. As the wind blows, it spins and sparkles like a garden disco. Use some spare wire and hot glue from your recycled trash collection to hold it all together. Set it in your courtyard for a mesmerizing breeze-powered art show. (11) Upcycled floral wall panel. Visualize this, a weathered wooden frame from Goodwill Bins, reborn with a bloom of silver spoon petals, each one polished and carefully fanned out like a metallic daisy. Centered in your garden wall or fence, this upcycled art piece shimmers with personality. It's DIY brilliance, where Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash turns forgotten cutlery into stylish, space-saving decor for your patio or balcony. And don't forget a splash of outdoor enamel to seal in the charm. Garden gallery? Check. Here's a vertical wallflower explosion you never saw coming. Using a pegboard as canvas, you add cupcake tins and muffin trays from Goodwill Bins, layering them with all the glam of recycled kitchen couture. Painted in fresh spring tones and arranged like a bouquet from a hardware fairy tale, this piece transforms your small terrace or balcony into a DIY floral masterpiece. Who knew Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash could blossom so artfully? Garden gnome with a twist. Move over classic gnomes. Here comes your quirky garden guard. Picture a porcelain doll head from Goodwill Bins perched atop copper pipes and plumbing bits. Arms, legs, maybe even a mustache, formed from fittings and screws. Painted and sealed for all-weather sass, this recycled trash creature is part gnome, part industrial chic. A garden mascot made from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash? Yes, and it's delightfully weird. Imagine a coffee pot from Goodwill bins sprouting limbs from bent coat hangers, crowned with a burnt-out light bulb like a DIY top hat. With googly-eyed charm and arms ready to hug your tomatoes, this gnome is quirky, charming, and 100% recycled magic. It's your garden's new friend, crafted entirely from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash and a big scoop of personality. Bonus points if he has a name. (13) Modern rock cactus sculpture. Think desert vibes without the watering schedule. Grab smooth stones from Goodwill bins, paint them cactus green with faux spines, and stack them on a rebar rod like a succulent snowman. Add a flower bloom on top for flair. Thanks to Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, you get an ultra-chic cactus that doesn't mind cold weather and thrives on compliments. Minimalist garden aesthetic? Achieved. Your garden just got a pebble-powered upgrade. Take an old lamp finial from Goodwill bins, attach hand-painted pebbles with a touch of outdoor glue, and suddenly, you've got a modern art cactus that looks like it belongs in a fancy landscaping catalog. Built with love, Goodwill bins, and a dash of recycled trash, it's perfect for small patios with big personality. (14) Celestial moon steak. Imagine slicing an aluminum tray from Goodwill bins into a glowing crescent moon, then adding sodacan stars that dangle and dance in the wind. Wrap it in wire, attach it to a garden stake, and suddenly, you've got moonlight magic, minus the power bill. This celestial showstopper, crafted from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, adds dreaminess to any backyard landscape. Stargazing starts here. This one's a full moon moment. Grab a pot lid from Goodwill Bins, give it some moon-like charm with white enamel, then surround it with rays cut from recycled CDs, reflective and dazzling like a disco ball for your plants. Mounted on copper pipe, this sculpture adds ambience to your courtyard and sparkle to your evenings. Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash makes the night shine bright. Vertical bottle bloom. Wine night meets garden decor. Collect colorful bottles, flip them upside down on an old coat rack from Goodwill Bins, and twist wire around them to mimic tulip petals. Plant it firmly and voila, a bottle bouquet for your yard. It's the perfect fusion of Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash and vineyard vibes, with no watering required and no hangover. Grab those empty soda bottles before they hit the bin. With a few snips, some food coloring, and a bit of heat bending, you've got flower petals ready to bloom. Glue them to a PVC pole, and you've just created a stunning soda-fueled garden accent. It's fun, flashy, and full of upcycled charm. Thank Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash for this fizzy floral flair. Antique Lantern Tower. Take vintage lanterns from Goodwill Bins, stack them like garden totems, and fill the top with a cozy faux bird's nest made from twigs and paper scraps. Add LED candles or leave it rustic. Either way, it's a magical tower of old-world charm. This sculpture, made from Goodwill Bins combined with recycled trash, turns your garden into a timeless retreat with a glow of mystery. Picture this: ceiling light covers from Goodwill bins stacked high like glowing garden gems, each one filled with marbles rescued from forgotten toy boxes. Glue and seal, then mount them tall and proud on a fence post. As the sun hits, you get dazzling reflections and color pops. A true example of Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, turning ordinary objects into garden sparkle. (17) Windy Whirlbug Sculpture. Here comes your wind-powered garden buddy. Attach metal colanders as wings to a thrifted lamp base from Goodwill bins, then toss in washers and loose screws for sound effects. As the breeze hits, your bug takes flight, without ever leaving the ground. Crafted from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, it's kinetic, comical, and surprisingly classy. It even hums when happy. This fluttery fella starts with soda bottles cut into delicate wings and a vintage fan stand from Goodwill bins as its base. Spin it around and it whirls like a dragonfly on caffeine. Easy to make, even easier to admire, this kinetic garden art turns Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash into your personal bug-themed wind machine. No batteries required, just breezy charm. (18) Junkyard Sunflower. Take a skillet from Goodwill bins, flip it flat, then surround it with spoon petals that shine like chrome sunshine. Mount the whole thing on a broomstick, and boom, you've got a sunflower with attitude. It's the kind of DIY that makes your neighbors ask, "Where'd you buy that?" Answer: nowhere. It's Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash brilliance. Old clock face meets soda can petals. With snips, bends, and bold paint, those cans become vibrant petals, circling the retro clock core. Fix everything to a wooden dowel, and plant it proudly in your veggie patch. Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash gives you a bloom that never fades, just ticks on like sunshine with gears. (19) Garden fish totem. Cut old license plates into fish shapes, then string them vertically onto a garden pole like a funky aquatic totem. Their colors, dents, and rust tell stories. With Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, you've caught a one-of-a-kind sculpture that swims through the wind and catches eyes near any pond or patio. Upcycle a shovel blade as a fish body, then create glimmering scales from chopped up CDs. Attach with epoxy and wire, mount it upright, and let the sun do the rest. This gleaming garden fish sculpture, born from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, swims perfectly in your backyard ocean of creativity. (20) Stump Guardian Owl. Craft an owl with muffin tray eyes and a woodboard body, both from Goodwill bins. Add bottle cap feathers, a jar lid beak, and bolt it to an old tree stump. This wise little guardian, built entirely from Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash, keeps watch over your garden and silently judges your lawn care. Turn a coffee can into an owl torso, screw-on washers as those all-knowing eyes, and zip ties for feather texture. It's adorable, slightly spooky, and totally weatherproof. Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash never looked so wise, or so cute. Give this little fella a name and a perch. He deserves it. Who knew a trip to the Goodwill bins combined with recycled trash could become your golden ticket to high-end garden decor? From flower walls to robotic gnomes, each piece proves that sustainability can be stunning. These DIY sculptures aren't just decorations, they're stories of transformation, character, and budget brilliance. Whether you're jazzing up a backyard, balcony, or anything in between, these ideas turn trash into treasure and every inch of green space into art. So grab your glue gun, hit the Goodwill bins, and let your garden do the talking, with style, spirit, and a whole lot of upcycled charm.
Cazadoro.